If you're trying to lose weight, you don't need more meal ideas. Chances are you probably have a ton of recipes sitting on your phone that you always say you're gonna get to, but you never get to them. At the very best, you probably do that recipe maybe once, maybe twice, and never again. So it's clearly not the problem. Problem is, and it's usually the more obvious one, is that your diet lacks structure. Here are some things that I would do if I was trying to lose weight. 1, I would find my maintenance calories. This is really easy. Just go on any calculator, put in your body weight, do the metrics, you'll come your maintenance calories, and go 200, 300 calories below that, and that should give you a little deficit that you can stick to throughout the weeks, and over time you'll slowly lose weight. 2 is I want you to switch your foods to whole food sources. That means kind of eliminating all processed foods. The reason behind this is that I know some people are gonna say,
but I thought you can fit this into your macros.
so yes, even though you can fit processed foods into your macros, the problem is that people don't know how to structure a diet. For them, a meal will be a bag of chips and a soda, and that's not a meal. So what I want you to do instead is to use that calculator that I told you to use earlier, find the whole foods that you want to eat, then make a plan of calories based on the foods that you chose. Now you can split this up into 2 meals, 3 meals, 4 meals, however meals that you want that you're going to stick to. Point of this is that you're going to stick to it. So a good tip to aim for is to have at least 30 to 40 grams of protein in every meal, of course with some fiber and some water. Now finally that you have your macros, have your whole foods, you have your meals already planned out to be in a deficit. Now what you're gonna do is you're going to stick to it day to day to day. Now I don't want you to switch things up. I know you're thinking again,
But I'm gonna get bored of my foods that I'm eating.
if this is you have to remind yourself that structure is the main point of this. You need to find something you're going to stick to day to day. So if you don't like certain foods that you're eating, take them out. Don't eat them. That's why I always recommend find whole foods that you enjoy and stick to those. What tends to happen is that they'll switch things out and swap foods out way too often, and that leads to burnout. They're usually tracking way too much. They're tracking macros all day long, and for them it gets tedious and they get really tired of doing that. A way to work around that is just to have the same thing day to day, and this will create structure. Eventually, once you have that structure in place, then you can slowly start to swap foods out, and then you can start to get more creative. But for right now, especially in the beginning, stick to the same things every day. That is going to create so much structure. You're going to understand a routine. You know how to use a scale, and it's going to be a lot easier transition until you can really start to tracking. And then you can slowly introduce more foods in, and then you can be like, since I know how to track. The point is knowing and learning how to structure a diet. If you need more help, I do one-on-one coaching. You can send me a DM or you can apply for coaching, link in my bio. I hope this helps. I wish you the best of luck in your weight loss journey. This is Coach Arnold signing out.